I'm here with brother Angel. He has a polytunnel, and today we're going to see the polytunnel. Greenhouses and polytunnels are very different, but polytunnels has some qualities that I'm going to talk to you about today. Unlike greenhouses made of glass or polycarbonate, polytunnels are made of this polyethylene sheet. Some are more expensive than others, but if you can get a UV coated polyethylene sheet, that will be much better. The polyethylene sheet has to be replaced every 5 to 8 years. Sometimes we blame our pets and other animals for the damage that we cause to the polyethylene sheet, but the truth is that mostly humans make the damage. Look. The two types of shapes of polytunnels are the Quonset style, like this one, which has a curved shape on the top, and the other style is the Gothic arc, which has a peaked ceiling for plants to grow in the middle of it. Polytunnels can come in many sizes and many styles. For example, the one that I have in my back measures 48 feet times 36 feet. The sizes are mini polytunnels, domestic garden polytunnels, and commercial polytunnels. Why do we need to choose from greenhouses to polytunnels? Well, because of the climate control. That's all we want to do. We want to measure and calculate the temperature inside of our polytunnel or greenhouse, depending on what we're growing inside. Heating a polytunnel is hard because it's hard for it to stay warm during the cold months. For you to keep it insulated and warm inside, you can always use a double layer of polyethylene. You can always install large fans to keep the air flowing and circulating in the polytunnel. When you have a fan inside, this will create a bubble of insulation to keep the polytunnel warm during the cold months. Unlike greenhouses with polytunnels, you will need to rely on the front doors to keep the air circulating. If the plastic is not fully attached to the floor, you can always add a side roll-up to keep the air flowing. This will create a better access to the polytunnel as well as keep the air circulated. But remember, always keep doors or windows or wherever you have open for the air to circulate around your polytunnel. Hermano Ángel, ¿cómo ventila usted su greenhouse?
La ventilación que le hago es, como tú ves acá, abriéndole estas partes, me saca el exceso de calor. Normalmente se compra un abanico por acá arriba.
Ajá.
No se lo puse porque de igual manera me trabaja igual, abriéndole a los lados.
¿Esto se desenrolla, este plástico?
Sí, hay diferentes greenhouse, hay algunos que es un roll, y le suben y le bajan. Yo aquí no se lo puse, va agrapado por arriba y tiempo de calor eso lo quito. Pero ahorita que viene el frío tengo que cubrirlo para que aguarde su calor de nuevamente.
Okay. If the temperature outside reaches up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, the polytunnel inside might even reach up to 110 Fahrenheit. At night, the temperature outside can be, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and inside your polytunnel, it can reach up to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. So polytunnels always keep the temperature a little warmer than the outside temperature. Greenhouses have a higher cost because of the materials and installation. Boo! We don't want greenhouses. We want polytunnels because it's way easier to install them and their materials are also really cheap. Polytunnels can vary from prices of $50 to $1,000 if you want to go really expensive. ¿Cuánto le costó construir este greenhouse?
Lo que es los tubos costó como 1,500, el plástico que también es otro costo, lo que es el shake clack que le llaman por arriba, grapadoras, lo que es todas las maderas, prácticamente como unos $4,000.
Wow, bastantito. You decide which ground you want to add to your polytunnel, from gravel, pavers, and even non-woven fabric over a compacted base. Also, it all depends on if you're looking for a place to add shelves, potting benches, and even a spot to relax. We want to avoid overly hot or cold or moist areas. We don't want to have leaks because that can cause a lot of humidity and molding. Do not cluster plants in corners because that can cause a lot of plagues, pests, and molding. As I mentioned before, if you have a small area like this, you will need small fans. But if you have a bigger area like the one that we have next to us, you will need probably a bigger fan, even attached to the ceiling. ¿Cuál es una de los errores que usted recomienda evitar cuando tiene un greenhouse?
Ponerle el riego por abajo, es mejor ponerlo arriba a una altura de 5 pies, que será, o hay veces la pones como de 3 pies y medio, pero un riego no de goteo ni tampoco que spraye demasiado, sino un riego que te tira como un vaporcito.
Ok. Muchas gracias, hermano. Both greenhouses and polytunnels have the same purpose, but you decide which one you want depending on what you want to do in them and what you want to grow in them. Well, that is all now. Now let's go to the next video or slide or whatever.